Hey TAT group, this is Gary. I promised a special guest today and I found one of the smartest people we've ever met. Hank Boomershine. He's the Vice President of Storm. He knows pretty much everything about everything, even if it's not related to bowling. But today, he wants to talk to you about bowling and maybe a good idea of how to attack this Fox Oil Pattern. So Hank, take it away.
Thanks, Gary. That's an awful lot to say there. I don't hope I can live up to those standards. The pattern was released this week on the website for the TAT, this upcoming summer tournament. 39 feet. The ratios for the pattern are somewhere around 3 to 1. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But the most important thing in a TAT and understanding a pattern is the distance of the pattern, 39 feet, minus 31, which Kegel came up with a couple years ago in terms of reading patterns and making the ease of trying to read where to attack it, gives us 8. So 39 minus 31 gives us 8. And this is the board at which we want the ball to exit the pattern. So if we look, here's the second arrow, somewhere around just outside of that, you got down lane indicators, somewhere just outside of that. So at about 39 feet, about two-thirds, a little past two-thirds of the way down the lane, you want your ball to be somewhere outside of the 10th board. A lot of like what you bowl on in league these days, many of the patterns in league are anywhere from 39 to about 41 feet. So a lot of what you do in your normal league play, your angle of attack should be pretty similar. It just might be a little bit more of a bowling ball, more aggressive, or maybe a little less aggressive depending on where you bowl at right now. So a player that's a little bit straighter, their line of attack might be very direct, so that it exits the oil pattern. But a player that has a higher rev rate, a little bit more maybe lower ball speed or higher rev rate, might attack the pattern from a little bit different angle, but they're still going to exit the oil in about the same spot. If you ever watch the PBA Tour and you got different styles of players that make the show, you'll notice that no matter what, they're all playing about the same break point down the lane. So you're looking at a break point of somewhere around 8, okay? And as the oil changes and the pattern changes in the lane, we get some traffic on it, you might see your laydown spot move a little more left, but your exit pattern will probably be pretty similar to what it was when you started. Your just angle of attack will change, and your ball that you use might change a little bit. As you might use an aggressive ball to start, and as the lane breaks down, you're going to go to a ball that's a little less aggressive, a pearlized type bowling ball that'll give us more length and a little more return on the back end. So just some real simple parts of the pattern is we're just talking about distance. The 3 to 1 ratio means the amount of volume to the middle, to the outside, a little less ratio, a little more challenging. So you don't have the big wall to pull it up against sometimes. So it's going to be a little more challenging. And if you do tug it a little bit, it will overhook on you. So know that it will be a little bit more making better shots. Kind of like what we see in a lot of the PBA patterns, a lot of the sport patterns, a little bit tougher ratio. So it will, the shot makers are going to have the greatest success. But remember that exit strategy, 8 down the lane is about a break point you want. So that'll give you a nice line of attack, give you a good starting place. So we'll have some more information to follow in the coming weeks. Thanks again and have a great weekend.
All right, that's great advice from one of our industry icons, Hank Boomershine. Hank, thanks for spending some time with us.